Good morning, y'all. What's going on? Welcome to Free Agency Live. Let's do it. Let's see how the fun that takes place today. How about that? Yeah, I'm excited. I've always Free Agency Day is like one of the top three, like one of my top three favorite days of the hockey calendar. Right? It's like Christmas. It's kind of like trade deadline day. I know the Kings haven't always been too active come free agency, but they got some money to work with this year. I remember last year it was super sleepy, right? We got like Trevor Lewis, and that was pretty much it because of everything that happened after the Dubois trade. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I know there's been a ton of rumors going on today, or I guess the last few days. Steven Stamkos, obviously. That's the big name. There's a ton of other names going on surrounding LA. I don't obviously some of the names I shared earlier, not necessarily high profile names, I guess you could say, but we'll see. I'm just here for the ride, right? I'm just here to enjoy, whether it be happiness, ecstasy, sadness, pain, suffering, all the above. It's a Monday morning. I'm just getting my coffee going. You guys see that? I'm here to have fun, enjoy the ride with you guys. I had nothing else going on today. Thought about going to dev camp, but they're just doing practicing today, so I'll be there tomorrow. If any of you guys are going, I believe they practice in the morning, and then they scrimmage at 3 p.m. So I'll be at the scrimmage. I might make the practice as well. I'm not exactly sure. So if any of you guys head to dev camp tomorrow, say what's up. Let's take a look at the chat. You guys are already buzzing this morning. I love it. Noah says, "Go Kings, go! Let's go get Draisaitl." I love it. Sai says, "Good morning, everybody." Good morning, Sai. Dan P says, "Morning, guys. Kings gonna get any big name, any chance on Shillington?" I haven't heard anything about Shillington anywhere. That would be a name we've talked, but Joe's obviously talked about him. If you guys have watched the show, he wrote an article about it. Go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Oliver Shillington, left shot defenseman from Calgary. I believe he was dealing with a really bad, long-term injury that kept him away from hockey for a few years. Came back, and I think last year was his first full year. Played really well. I mean, it was for the Flames, so I know they're a bad team, but still, I thought for himself played pretty well. So looks like he's looking for a 2-year deal. So I'm not exactly sure if the Kings might be in on him. We'll see. We'll talk about some of the names that I'm hearing for the Kings so far. We might be getting some Byfield news, which would be kind of cool. Might be kind of a blinder to everything else going on that the Kings might be missing today. So if we can get a long-term Byfield extension, that might put some smiles on our faces, right? Jordan Alexander says, yo, Russell GKG. Yo, Jordan. What up, man? Anthony says it's a great day to be a Preds fan. It certainly sounds like it, right? Yeah, if I'm a Preds fan, I'm pretty happy about what's going on. They've signed Saros. Sounds like they're very much in on Steven Stamkos. They're very much in on Jonathan Marchessault. They're very much in on Brady Shea. So that's got to be 3 of the top 5 free agents that are on the market today that Nashville's in on. So Barry Trotz is going for it. Good for him, though. Jimmy Navarro says, "Good morning from Corona, California. Hockey Realty. Cheers to hoping today's a good day. Please come home, Toff." Yeah, Tyler Toffoli's been connected to LA. Sounds like it could be the Sharks from what I'm seeing. I know Friedman mentioned the Sharks. He also did mention LA, so we'll see. And California in the house. I love it. Dire fan says, back are the days players don't want to sign in California. Yeah, it seems like it, huh? That would be it's kind of a bad connection, but JT says, I think I'm gonna puke over all the rumors. Yeah, the names being connected to LA aren't necessarily the most exciting names. MS asks, what do you think about the Jersey deal? I love it. I love it for Jersey. I've always been a huge Jersey guy. I thought, like, yeah, his defensive game isn't necessarily a top echelon in the league, but we know his offense. He can definitely quarterback power play. He did it. What, the Kings were a top 5 power play? Was it that year? When it was here? I could be wrong there. Maybe it was the next year. But oh, Kevin Weeks just said that I'm told fellow Scarborough man Tyler Toffoli is signing with the Sharks. That's gonna be so weird to see, right? But yeah, MS on the Jersey deal, I love it for Durs. He deserves it, man. Total great teammate, locker room guy, culture guy. Fans will love him in Utah. So I think maybe he got a little touch over too much, maybe what he should have got, but Utah's gonna love him. Jacob A says at least the logos are sick. Love it. Yeah, the logos are sick. I saw the jerseys in Vegas. Jerseys look really cool. Huge fan of the black. The stripe on the bottom isn't as bad as it seems when you look at it on the jersey. I know it looks kind of big, but it's not as bad when you see it put together. I don't know. I'm curious how it's going to look on the ice. Nick Roman says Kings never sign high-profile guys. I think what was the last one they signed was Deneau. He's a really high-profile guy, was he? Maybe. What are we saying? Look at the chat. I got to scroll down. I got to catch up. Bro, is the audio bad? My audio is sputtering a lot. Can you guys hear me okay? Is it me? Let me know if my audio keeps cutting in and out since you guys say it's sputtering. Dallas has sup Russ. Vibes are very negative today so far. Little reverb. Okay, let me see if I can figure that out. Sorry. Hold on, be right back. Monahan to Columbus, 5x5. Holy hell. That's a big time deal. Some sort of interference. My bad, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to figure it out. You guys hear me okay? Sound better, Nick? Nick says he's not hearing it now. It's a minor static sound. Clear now. Cool. I think we're business. Appreciate you guys. Hey, appreciate you, Jordan. All right. Love it. Let's get to action. Monahan got 5x5? There's no way. Who said that? I should just stream my Twitter, right? What's up, Lieb? Who's McKenzie saying? Isn't it funny how Bob McKenzie just like comes out of nowhere and just, oh, who is this guy? Should I ban him? How about just, who the hell? What is Hot Take Hockey? Who the hell are you, bro? Yeah, later, bro. Appreciate you. Try to poach my. No one knows who you are. Fellow Scarborough man, Tyler Toffoli signed with the Sharks. Good old Kevin Weeks forehead. Matej. Sorry if I say your name wrong, but hello from Slovenia. I love it. What's up, man? Hell yeah. I love getting the international followers jumping in here. Dude, so we're getting, this is like a total like LA King slap in the face, right? We're getting Toffoli's going to the Sharks, Martinez going to the Blackhawks. Is like Jeff Carter going to come out of retirement and go to the Ducks or something? No Natchez news. I haven't heard anything on Natchez. Wait, this is weird. We didn't get anything on Natchez at the draft. We didn't get anything on Rutger McGroarty at the draft. Two big names that were considered to be like traded. Marchessault got 5x5 to where? Nashville? How is Nashville signing all these guys? Did they have a ton of cap space that I didn't know about? Oh, we're getting some super chats. I got a OC Steve, appreciate you, man. Thanks for the super chat. P-Town represent. Oh, I'm lagging a little bit. Appreciate you, OC Steve. Sakatumi Cake with the $10 super chat. Appreciate you, man. Do you think ownership still trusts Rob Blake to make big money signings? Thanks for covering free agency. I would think so. They haven't, I mean, they've been a cap, like a team that spends to the cap. So I would think they'd give him the freedom to improve the team as much as he thinks he can. That's the thing, is there's always been so many questions about the way he builds this team. And I think what we've questioned so much is I've always been, I love the forward core. I think he's done a pretty good job with that. I mean, the last few years, there's an argument to say maybe he kind of rushed the rebuild. I kind of push back on that a little bit. You kind of look at the forward core. There's talent there, right? Kopitar, Kempe, Fiala, Deneau, Moore. I mean, even the last few years, you have Victor Arvidsson there. Now you have Byfield up on. I mean, that's a really good top six. I think it's just kind of missing like one more maybe game breaker. It feels like Kopitar is not necessarily like that game breaker anymore, right? Even though he's still like producing top 3 in points. But I don't know, like Sakatumi. I feel like he still has the freedom to make moves. Lieb says Nashville had $26 million to fill 8 spots. Is that for Nashville? Nashville. Okay, yeah, you said Nashville. Man, $26 million to fill 8 spots, and they got 5.5 in March or so. If they get Stamkos, man, I would think Stamkos is going to get like $6 million, right? Yeah, the lineup is missing a guy like Stamkos. Yeah, kind of. That would have been perfect. Leave you kill me, bro. What else we got going on? Yeah, Bob McKenzie just like comes out of nowhere and it's like, hey, move out of the way, insiders. I got this. Stammers 4x8. Who said that? Who's Nashville? Yeah, I know they're in on Shea too. There's all the top free agents are going to Nashville. Man, you think about the way, like, remember just like 2 years ago, people were just kind of writing off Nashville, like, oh, they're done, and then they re-signed Forsberg to that long deal. Oh, LeBron's reporting the Stamkos thing, crazy. They re-signed Forsberg. They just recently re-signed Saros. They made the playoffs last year. They got O'Reilly too. The year before, last year, before the season started. And then they made the playoffs. Brunett's like a great coach. I love what Andrew Brunette does. Yeah, Trotz, like, how can you not respect Barry Trotz, like, across the league if you're like a coach or a manager or even a player? Like, I would love to go play for Barry Trotz. I would love to go play for Andrew Brunette. Seems like he's got everybody dialed in there. And now you add Marchessault, Stamkos, and possibly Shea. Jesus Christ, right? All right, Kevin, let's keep forehead out of here. Yeah, and they have Askarov as an asset to trade. Nashville's going to work, man. Martinook went back to Carolina. I should probably just bring Friedman up here. I'm going to do this. Here we go. Jason Sucker to the Sabres. I just saw Chris Johnson tweeted Sam Lafferty is going to the Sabres. Oh my God, they're coming in. 3-year deal for Dylan. 3-year deal for Martinook. Martinook's an interesting one. I thought he would look pretty good in LA, right? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore, guys. Who knows what Rob Blake's thinking? The Fogle thing is interesting because I've always liked Warren Fogle. I wanted Fogle when he left Carolina, and before he went to Edmonton. Bob McKenzie says veteran forward David Perron is going to market after not being able to get a deal with Detroit. Ottawa will be amongst the teams with significant interest in him. Tyler Toffoli's deal carries $6 million AAV. That sounds about right. 4-year deal. I wonder what The 4 years is interesting. Toffoli's 32 years old. Would you guys have given Toffoli a 4-year deal, $6 million each? That seems like a lot. No? Does that seem like a lot? That seems like a lot to me. Well, let's do this. Yeah, I wouldn't have given him 4 by 6. I would have been okay, like 3 maybe. 2, yeah. Carson says 2 years. Cy says 2 to 3 for 5. Yeah, that's you're gonna pay Toffoli when he's 36 years old. That's $6 million. I wonder if that's like I'm sure the Kings were connected. So I wonder if that extra year is what. Yeah, David, bro, can we talk about Chris Tanev getting a 6-year deal at 34 years old? What are the Leafs doing? They're going to be good. I mean, maybe you tie him just to kind of with everything they have with all the all stars that they have, the top guys. Lafferty's getting a 2-year deal, $2 million AAV for Buffalo. Yeah, the Leafs. Yeah, the Leafs are gonna. That's definitely gonna be an LTIR deal. Oh, there it is. Speak of the devil. Oh, I guess it came earlier. Man, 4 by 6 mil for Tyler Toffoli. I maybe would have done like a 2 by 7. 4 years is a lot. That's too much. And it's not like I'm not saying that's too much. Like, yeah, exactly. Like I'm happy for no, I agree. Like I'm happy for him. That's great for Toffoli. He's been looking for like some stability. Um, he's been bouncing around everywhere, right? The last few years. So it's good to see Toffoli get that stability. But man, that seems like a lot, especially for San Jose. Like, why San Jose? Dom Lucian says that's a pretty fair deal. Was it 41? One? No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he had him projected around 4 years, 5.4. 4 by 5 would have been better. Appreciate you guys all in the chat. We got over 100 people in here. I love it. 4-year deal, 8 mil per year for Stamkos. Oof. What do you guys think? Would you have wanted the Kings to do that? Would you have wanted the LA to match that? How old is Stamkos? 32? He's 32 too? 34? He's older? 8 mil? Yeah, that's Carter says no. Hell no. Renee says yes. He's 36? Someone said 34. Someone's saying 36. Someone's saying 34. I could look it up. I'm lazy though. Leap says I wouldn't have given Stamkos that AAV nor the 4th year. Yeah. Okay, it's 34. Yeah, 4 by 8. That's a lot. I wonder if that's how. I mean, the Kings. There's no way the Kings would have been able to match that if they're still looking for other pieces. That's right, 34. Man, it would have been so cool to see Stamkos in LA though. Like how perfect of a player. Like, okay, we can discuss the deal that he just got 4x8, like, which I think is a lot of money, especially, I mean, I guess, like, great for the Preds. Like, if they have the money to do it, yeah, great, do it. But as far as like a Kings trying to connect it to the Kings, 4x8, I mean, he would have been perfect though. That's the thing. It's like exactly what the Kings needed, right? A right shot, power play weapon, legit scoring threat on the wing. Could have played him with Kopitar, the top line. You move Fiala down to the second line or third line, whatever, with Byfield. Oh, Jimmy says Warren Fogle wearing that Mamba mentality shirt for a reason. That's right. I mean, it was Kobe in an Edmonton's Oilers jersey, but I get what you're saying. All right, so we have what are the wings that we like? I guess myself that I would have liked to see. Toffoli's gone. Stamkos sounds like Toffoli and Stamkos are gone, or pretty certain. Yeah, Stamkos LA jersey would have been pretty cool, especially the new one. Okay, Lee, why does this make you nervous? Kevin Weeks said Stolars has signed a 2-year contract somewhere. Oh, he tagged the Leafs. Oh, somewhere in mid range. Okay, somewhere in mid 2 mil AAV range with me. Okay, sorry, I didn't. I should have read the way he frames his stuff is so funny. Okay, so you think I don't think Matt Roy's staying. It would be such a Matt Roy thing or a Kings thing to do that like all of a sudden you just see Matt Roy just show up at training camp for the Kings. Just oh yeah, we signed him 4 years, 6 mil each, and Spence is playing the left side. Oh crap! Capitals acquired Jacob Chychrun from the Sens for Nick Jensen and a third-round pick in 2026. What the hell? Bro. Nick Jensen and a third? What are the Capitals doing? Dude, so like it was so funny. Like, what are the Capitals doing? Everybody thought they were just like being cute. I think the Capitals are trying to win. What the hell? What is their lineup even? We got to talk about this. This has got to be a further discussion. What did Ottawa trade? What did Ottawa trade to get Chychrun in the first place? It was like draft picks. It wasn't a there weren't any players, right? It was like a second and a third or something. Dude, I'm telling you guys, I don't think I've been saying it. Like I think Rob Blake really likes the defense core that they have right now for some godforsaken reason. Look at the players that are connected to LA and that have already been brought to LA. Kyle Burrows, Tanner Jeannot, Joel Edmondson's connected to LA. Like, what are we like? What is this? Are we just like UFC, like the 305? Like, what? It was a first round pick for Chychrun that Ottawa got or traded. What is? Hold on. Sens got Chychrun for a conditional first and 2 seconds. Okay. Brandon says he's okay with UFC hockey. We're just gonna pummel everybody. No way. Where do you guys see the Roy thing? Oh my god. I'm behind. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Kings and Sabres. Kings are opening the season October 10th in Buffalo. That makes a ton of sense. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to find the Roy thing. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Where's it at? Friedman? Did Friedman say it? Carson's yelling at me. Friedman. Where's it at? I'm trying to find it. There it goes. 7 years? Bro, I'm telling you. That's going to be such a good deal. How long would I wanted to see Chychrun and Roy in LA, and now they're going to be playing in, oh my God, they're going to be in Washington. Oh, man. I might become a Capitals fan. We might just have to start becoming Capitals fans, huh? Oh, man. What? Dude, these deals are coming in so fast. I freaking love today. This is awesome. All right, I'm trying to keep up with you guys. Sorry. Flames signed Mantha to a 1-year deal, 3.5. That's nothing. They'll probably trade him at the deadline. Blackhawks have agreed to terms with goalie Brussois, 2 years, 3 by 3. That sounds about right. Dude, Matt Roy and Jacob Chychrun. I'm gonna lose my shit. I can't believe Matt Roy and Jacob Chychrun are on the same team. Oh, that's hilarious. It's like hockey. The hockey god's like punching me in the face. Leafs sign Oliver Ekman-Larsson to a 4-year deal. 4-year deal, 3x5, 3.5. All the Kings had to do to get Chychrun was buy cap friendly. I know, right? Blackhawks got Maroon. Blackhawks are getting busy. Brendan Dillon, 3 years, just around under $4 million per year. Dude, Blackhawks are getting busy. I mean, when you have Connor Bedard, that's already your franchise. Like, you don't need to, like, your rebuild is done once you get Connor Bedard, right? And they have some other good pieces. They have who's that other good defenseman that's young on their team? Oh, I'm drawing a blank. Who's the other? Someone tell me. Young guy. It's like bigger. Vlasic, Alex Vlasic, right? I think that's his name. He's pretty good. Korchinski is another one. Yes, Kevin Korchinski. That's a great one. Vlasic was good. I'm not a big Seth Jones guy. Tofu Tomo. Yeah, Korchinski and Vlasic, Morsi says, yeah, those two they have a pretty solid team. I mean, you have Bedard now. They still have Taylor Hall, so whatever you get out of Taylor Hall, Nazar is good. That's a good one. So you have now up front, you have Bedard, you have Hall, you have Teravainen, you have Bertuzzi. That's 4 pretty solid names in your top 4. Who else have they signed? I'm missing other people. I don't know if Nazar will be. They just signed someone else too. Yeah, the Blackhawks are getting after it. Blackhawks are getting busy today. Capitals are getting busy today. Nashville's getting busy today. The Kings are having fun. Man, I don't know, BP. Uh-oh. Rob Blake has joined the chat and says good morning. Get busy, Rob. Would be hilarious like that was actually him. It's like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm just here having fun. Yeah, I heard Kevin Stanley to LA too, like was a rumor. Man, so they get Chychrun for a Jensen in a third and then sign Matt Roy. Good. I mean, first of all, great for Roy. Great for Roy. That's a lot. 7 years is a ton. How old is Roy? He's 29. He's almost gonna be 30, right? 7 years is a lot. A lot of money. We're seeing some dough being thrown, right? Like I think most of you would agree 4 years at 8 mil per for Stamkos. That's a lot. Who's the other one? Tanev, 6 years at 4x5. That's a lot. Roy at 7 years, 5x5. That's a lot. Utah signs Ian Cole to a 1-year deal at 3.1. Well, thank God that the Kings didn't sign Ian Cole. We dodged one bullet. We dodged one bullet, guys. Ian Cole is not going to be a King. Oh, it's so funny. Elliot Friedman's like including Jacob Chychrun trade and a Matt Roy signing in the same tweet is like the funniest thing ever. Boston lands Lindholm and Zadorov. Zadorov in Boston just makes so much sense, right? So much sense. Holy hell, my Twitter can't even like keep up with what's going on right now. Perron 2x4 mil in Ottawa? That. Why are you going to Ottawa, Perron? Like, this is one I would have liked the Kings to go after. That's like there's no risk there. 4 million per year for Perron. That would have been pretty good. Dude, my Twitter is like can't even update fast enough. They said the Shea deal, Brady Shea 7x7. Holy hell. So yeah, the lead kind of sums up the man. Holy hell, the Preds are going crazy. Good for Nashville, man. Holy hell. 4x8. What was that? Those 32. 5 times 5.5. They're making me do math in my head. 25 mil. What's another 2.5? So 27.5 plus 32. I'm so bad at math. It's like 60. 7 times 7. It's like $100 million. 108.8. Thanks. No. $108.5 million committed today? Are you joking? And they just extended Saros. Nashville committing over $100 million to in the like what, $140 million in the last like week or so. Dude, Barry Trotz is just getting after it. I trust your math, Noah. My math would have been wrong. I can't believe, like, to be honest with you, I just can't believe Stamkos left Tampa Bay. I didn't think Stamkos was going to leave Tampa Bay in the first place. I didn't think that they would just, I didn't think Tampa Bay would just want him to walk. By the way, I think we're going to get some Quentin Byfield news here soon. I heard a long-term deal is on the table. I think it was 7 years at $8 million per year is what I heard. I'm not sure, though. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm not no insider. But that's what people were telling me. Arvidsson to Edmundson. That's so funny. That's so funny. Dude, this is a wild freaking morning. Holy hell. Arvidsson, no. I'm curious what this move's going to be, what this year's going to be. Dude, did Arvidsson just pull a Kevin Durant? Well, if you can't beat him, I should tweet that. That's all right. No, 7x8 for Quentin Byfield. Sign Quentin Byfield for as long as you can. If $8 million per year, that's going to look like a steal in years like 4 to 7. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Dave. Though in those later years, $8 million for Quentin is going to be nothing. Kopitar and Drew aren't going to go anywhere. They're here. I mean, Kopitar's not going to go anywhere. Sarangovic, 5 by 5.75. That's a pretty good deal. He's pretty good. He's pretty young, right? He's not like older. I'm curious what this is going to be. What do you guys think for Arvidsson? $3 years? Drew Downing to Nashville? Can you imagine? That'd be so funny. Yeah, I wonder what Dowdy thinks of everything that's going on today. 3 by 4.5 for RV. That was his last deal, wasn't it? Wasn't it his same? Or was it like 6 years, something around that time? Around that price? This is a good question, Chris. Expectations are going to be managed, or maybe like have to be lowered if no big moves come out of today. Because you look at the Kings lineup right now, it's good. It's not better than what it was maybe a couple of years ago. Canucks are working on adding defenseman Derek Forbert. Here's a name. Yeah, the Kings lineup hasn't gotten any better. There's still some names out there. I'll say that. Like, there's still Jeff Skinner's an interesting one. Although I'd be surprised if Skinner came to LA. Two by four. I knew this was going to be a short deal. I knew it. I knew this was going to be a low deal. 2 years at only $4 million. Like, part of me is kind of upset at Arvidsson leaving for that, but part of me is like, me. Lieb is pissed. I'm with you, Lieb. Dude, Nashville just really said, like, hey, who cares? Like, what rebuild? And just signed, like, all the 30, like, good 30-year-old free agents. That's a great deal for Arvidsson. I think it's a good deal for both, to be honest with you. I don't think it was going to be hard for Arvidsson to get a long-term deal. There's a lot of question marks about his back and, like, the injuries he's dealt with. Like, I wouldn't have given him anything close to, like, 4 years. There's no way. Like, if maybe the Kings, like, I wonder if the Kings offered him, like, a 1-year deal. 2-year deal, $4 million. Still a lot of concerns about his injury history, though. But if he's healthy, that's going to be a steal for Edmundson. Zadorov signs a 6-year deal with the Bruins, carrying a $5 million AAV. Oops. Dude, these deals are coming in like fire. Holy hell. Wow, Lindholm got 7 by 7.5 or 7.75. Yeah, we still got to get the Spence extension. I don't think that's going to be too crazy, though. I think that's going to be like under 2 mil, maybe a couple of years. I wouldn't, you know what I would like for Spence? I wouldn't mind give Jordan Spence like a 6-year deal at like 3.5. Like, would that be too crazy? I haven't heard anything on Kaliev, by the way. I tried to check in and see if I can get anything on Kaliev. Nothing yet. There was talks about him they're trying to move him at the day 2 of the draft, and nothing came to fruition. So we'll see what happens with Artie. It'd be hilarious if he just like ended up staying. my buddy Joe. Joe is all right, guys. If you know my good pal Joe at Hockey Royalty, he loves his puck moving defenseman. He might be in here too. He loves his puck moving defenseman. You can skate, you can move the puck. Joe wants you. If you're slow and your name to claim is block shots and strong defensive play, he doesn't want you. So the Joel Edmundson thing, I mean, I'm with him though. Like, Edmundson in LA is just like, why? What are we doing here? What are we doing? 6 by 5 mil per year for Zadorov? Is that a lot? Is that a lot for Zadorov? Yeah, David, he wants. There's Joe. Shillington. That's right. Arvidsson at 2 years, 4 per. I don't know how I feel about that. Blake is drinking brandy. Yeah, the Ducks aren't going to do anything. Ducks are still like a year or two away. Wait, so the Roy deal is 6 years at 5.75? Ooh, conflicting reports. There's nothing more I love more than some conflicting reports. No, Shankmaster, we have not signed anyone. You free? You free in October? You want to play LW1? Kings have an opening. Amadio. Yeah, that's going to be the Kings' big signing. Michael Amadio. That's going to pump up the fan base. I'm just watching these. Yeah, there you go, Shank. We got you. If you shoot right-handed, we're all in. 6 years for Roy is a bit better. 7 years was a lot. 6 by 5.75. That's a great deal. I love that deal for Washington. It's funny too that he goes to the same place as Dubois. I don't know how close they were in LA. I'm so glad the Kings didn't sign Sidorov though. Oh, the Capitals just signed Duhaime too? Is that what I just saw? 2 by 1.85. That's a pretty good deal. I'm kind of glad the Kings. I mean, I like Shea, but not where the Kings are at right now. Man, Chychrun for Nick Jensen and a 3rd-round pick. That's a pretty good deal for. That's a pretty good deal for Washington. I just like it's so funny how quickly they turn. They're really like trying to give Ovechkin a team to work with, right? Good for them. $4 million, 1-year deal at $4 million for Martinez. Kings were never going to match that. What did Forberg get? Dude, the Monahan deal was crazy. 5 by 5.5. He was ass last year in the playoffs for the Jets, wasn't he? Jason Zucker got $5 million? No, he didn't. How many years? Oh, Kane signed defenseman William Carey at 6 years, $2 million per year. That's pretty wild. 1 year? Okay. Oh, you guys can't read the tweets? My bad. Maybe I can zoom in. Let's do this. Is that better? Can you guys see that better? I don't know. Sorry. Way better. Okay. Oilers are poking around in Jeff Skinner too. This seems like a lot for Monahan. 5 by 5.5. Yeah, Skinner's still available. He's going to be cheap too. I think that Skinner's going to be like, all right, I'm going to go to somewhere I can win. That's why the Oilers make a lot of sense for Skinner because he can just go there, play with McDavid, pot like 30 plus, get a better deal free agency next year. Like that seems like such a smart business decision, right? Play with McDavid on the power play and just score a bunch of power play goals and then sign again next year. This is a crazy deal. 6 years, $2 million per year. Yeah, the Arvidsson, crush. We talked about it a little bit, but I mean, 2 years, $4 million per year. I wonder if the Kings offered him only 1 year. I think that extra year is. Oh my God! The Kings signed Joel Edmundson. 4 years. I'm broken. Oh my God! What the fuck? We just gave one of the worst defensemen in the league a 4-year deal. I don't even know what to say, guys. Oh, it's a phone. I'm about to throw my phone. Is what I'm gonna do. I don't even know how I can spin this. How can I make this a positive? I don't know, guys. I really hope this isn't true. Dude, 4 years at almost $4 million per year for Joel Edmundson is atrocious. Atrocious. Play England. Stenlund signed with Utah. Well, Matthew, Joel Edmundson is not good. That's it. That's all I got. That's my analysis. Joel Edmundson is like a slight bump from Andreas Englund, and we just gave him like 4 times as much money. You guys want to see how good Joel Edmundson is? There you go. This is they just gave this guy 4 years. Oh my god. Oh, we're so cooked. 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 I don't know, Rob. You tell me. Rob Blake, you need to whoever's running the Rob Blake name. You should just be like, yeah, you should just like run it like you're actually him and just come up with some crazy opinions about why you signed him. It'd be hilarious. We need a Rob Blake troll account. So our off season is Tanner Jeannot, Kyle Burrows, Joel Edmundson. I'm going to commit. What? Where's Joe at? Is Joe in here? Dude, Joe's jumping into the Atlantic. Is he close? I don't even know if he's close to the Atlantic. Is Buffalo close to the Atlantic? It's probably not. Lake Ontario? He's going to jump off Niagara Falls? We just used the cap space that we saved from the PLD trade for Joel fucking Edmundson. Oh my god. Joe says I'm talking to Lake Ontario as we speak. Oh my god, man. What the hell? I don't like. I'm. This day's ruined. This day is absolutely ruined. Kyle Burrows is better than Edmundson. Correct. Yes. Hold on, Chris. I agree. I hope Sarah Volley's messing with us. Fusion says I might unquit smoking. Owen with the comment of the day. I'd rather have PLD. Oh, that's hilarious. What happened to this organization? We got new jerseys. Are you kidding me, man? I'm going through like the 5 stages of grief. Nav with the airplane quotes. Yeah. Looks like I picked the wrong day to stop amphetamines. What's Drager saying? I don't know, guys. I've lost all hope. Oh, Drager says not official yet. Drager, save the day. Drager. I met Drager at the draft. He's actually I talked to Drager. He's a pretty cool guy, by the way. Really cool guy. Check my mentions. I'm scared. Hold on. Maybe I should check my DMs. If my phone gets static, I'm sorry. Oh my god. Hoven posting a tweet saying King signed Edmundson, big UFA defenseman they've long coveted. That's like, you've got to be fucking kidding me, right? Some of the tweets under this the GIF I put for Edmundson are, you guys are hilarious. Dude, David, you forget Shillington. This is it. This is our defense core. That's it. Anderson, Gavrikov, Edmundson on the left side. So we're losing Arvidsson. Matt Roy is in Washington. We signed Joel Edmundson to a 4-year, $4 million deal. Is this the worst day in Kings history? England's still on the team, Andy. He might get waived, though. I feel like he gets waived. No, Brian, it does not. No, it does not save the Edmundson move. I know you're hoping, and I appreciate it, but Edmundson at 4 years is just absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. I would love to have seen like what teams were offering Joel Edmundson 4 years, that like that money in that term, the fact that you had to give him that. Talbot went to Detroit. Bruce McNall would like a word about. All right, Adam, I'm being a little exaggerating. I'm exaggerating a little bit. That's what I'm looking for. Look at this. Okay, let me go back to make this bigger so you guys can see. What? Why are we giving this guy 4 years at $4 million per year? Rob Blake is messing with us, right? Like, this is a joke. We're being punked. Where's Ashton? There's no way. This can't, like, there's no way the Kings gave this guy 4 years. Like, let alone the term, or let alone the money, the cap hit, but the term. 4 years, 1 year at $4 million is a lot for Joel Edmundson. 4 years at $4 million per year? Are you joking? Saravalli he had to get hacked. Joel Edmundson hacked Frank Saravalli's account. That's the only thing. I'm saying. 2-year deal for Talbot. Good for him. That's what he wanted. Talbot wanted a 2-year deal. He wanted a long, like just term. 2.5 per year for 2 years. I'm just gonna put the Edmundson thing in the back of my head until it gets official. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm just gonna act like it's not gonna happen. Yeah, I'm happy for Talbot. Edmundson's wearing number 4. Rob Blake's like, I'll even give you my number. Yeah, it's good. Good for Talbot. AFP Analytics had Arvidsson getting a 3-year deal at $4 million, 4.7. He got 2.4. Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Edmonton's talking to other teams. God, I really hope that's smoke. We might still be free, guys. Come on. Have faith. Have faith, y'all. What did Drager say? Edmundson may sign in LA, but it's not done yet. Agent Darren Ferris says he's still talking to other teams. Okay. Dude, if the Kings give Edmundson 4 years at $4 million, but almost $4 million per year, like that's just god awful. That's like piss poor management. That's I can tell you right now, no team is offering him that. No team is offering him 4 years at close to $4 million per year. Like, man, like why aren't you figuring out giving that money to Matt Roy and just switching someone to the left? Like, how can that be any worse? We traded Sean Durzi for a second round pick, and he just got signed for $6 million per year. We're so cooked, guys. We're so cooked. I'm gonna have faith though that Edmundson's not signing for that. I signed Edmundson for $6. You guys are hilarious. Dude, Kevin Weeks, this guy's something else. Does this seem like a lot for Montour? That seemed like a lot for Montour, no? Like he's good. I'm not down that. That seems like a lot though. Doesn't do anything with the puck. That's a great trait. That's what I'm looking for in a defenseman. Yeah, I saw Hogan's tweet, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with it. I would rather just them not. The new one? I would just stay away. To be honest with you. Wait, so Hovind now says Kings are pushing hard on Edmundson? What is going on, dude? I don't know what that guy's doing. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know, guys. Oh, I love Kings fans, man. We're the best. We deserve so much better. We deserve so much better. SP, you're freaking hilarious, dude. Oh, that made my day. That made my day. So all the other Pacific Division teams are getting better, and the Kings signed a guy who. Okay, I'm gonna hold out hope that it's not happening. Okay, so Pagnotta's saying it's done. I appreciate that. Just so I was trying to get rid of the thought out of my head, and now it sounds like it's done. Kings pushing hard on Edmundson, big UFA defenseman they've long coveted. You got to be kidding me. Well, there's the Fogle signing. At least, I mean, I like Fogle. Just we've completely lost free agency if we're giving Joel Edmundson 4 years. Man, I can't wait to see the Kings tweet out that they traded for Edmundson. The the Kings just restored so much faith in trading away Dubois' contract after everybody was saying he's going to be bought out. They're saying, "Oh, okay, they got away from the Dubois contract. Now they're going to see. Now they can kind of build the team up again." No, let's just take like 17 steps back and sign one of the worst defensive free agents available on the market to a deal that is getting laughed at by the entire league. Like what? what I don't know. I'm about to hyperventilate. Fogle's going to be 8 by 8 mil. 8 by mil. I don't know, man. I don't know. How the hell can you look at Joel Edmundson and see this team and think like how can you look at this defensive core and think that oh yeah they needed Joel Edmundson, that's what's missing. Clay Thompson's going to the Lakers or Clippers. It's interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I like Fogle. It's not going to save the absolute terrible contract that is Edmundson. Forbert at 1 by 1.5. Like why not just give Forbert? Why not just sign Forbert? Once again, the Kings are the laughing stock of the offseason. We're cooked. We're done, guys. Michael Mario, 3-year deal with the Senators. Here's a negotiation. Hey, Rob Blake. Hey, Joel, how much to sign with LA? Joel says 4 by 3.8. Rob says, all right, done. 3 years, $3 million range for Fogle. That I don't mind. That's good. That's a good deal. This is actually a really good deal for Fogle. Fogle's good. Fogle's really good. It's not going to save him from Edmundson. No, I'm not. This isn't. He's not off the hook at all. This is a good deal, but no, you give Edmundson 4-year deal when everybody across the league is just laughing at it. Sorry, you've lost the plot. You can't look at this lineup, the Kings lineup in the defensive core, and think that, oh yeah, they needed Kyle Burroughs and Joel Edmundson. I can tell you right now, no team offered anything close to what Joel Edmundson got. I can tell you that easily, 100%. It's funny because you look at like a lot of the deals that are coming in today, even like some of the bigger deals that you're kind of like, I don't know about that one. Like they're all right around like we're like AFP analytics. Like look at this. Look at this. AFP analytics was predicting 2 years, $1.6 million per year. They gave him 4 years at almost $4 million. Are you kidding? What are you getting in Joel Edmundson? Guy who's had 6 points. He played 53 games last year and scored 6 points. You guys see this? What are these comments? Rough a war criminal. Yeah, this has Mark Bergevin written all over it. Pinto's going to the Islanders. They trading for him? Dude, I cannot wait for LA Kings Twitter to tweet out that they've acquired Edmundson and see the tweets below. It's gonna be pretty funny. We're tearing, yeah, we're just building. Yeah, that's a good strategy. Just sign bad players and just get worse. There we go. That's now we're talking. I don't know, Jake. Some are saying that he hasn't signed, but I think Pagnotta's saying that it's done. I appreciate Paul coming in with the positivity, but I can't get behind Edmundson at 4 years. I can't at the contract he's at. I'm sorry, I can't. When you look at the other two defensemen in front of him, it's Mikey Anderson and Gavrikov. I mean, that's not good enough. That's not. Cheers from Belgium. So we have Slovenia in the house. We have Belgium in the house. What's the score of that Belgium-France game, by the way? Isn't that on for the Euros? That LA Kings tweet that we've acquired Joel Edmundson is going to be hilarious. I'm so glad I didn't go into dev camp today. I just like I couldn't. I would have walked out. 0-0. It's got to be like at the half, right? Fogle at 3x3 is good. I like that. Like, right? Like, can we just not do Edmundson? Whoa, coming in like this is a good tweet. It's a good tweet. Yeah, Shank. I think there's 250 people in here. I think most of them are just watching my anguish that the Kings signed Joel Edmundson to 4 years. And considered one of the worst defenders in the league. Three years, 3.5 for Fogle. Fogle deal's good. Fogle's good. This is the last 3 years. I liked Fogle. Like I said, I wanted Fogle when he left Carolina, and I think he was pretty good. Like, he brings a lot of speed. I could see him playing with Dano and Moore. Be like that Arvidsson replacement. I mean, even he could be a good, like, solid middle six guy. He's not gonna. I mean, he put up like 20 goals last year, didn't he? Yeah, I'm not saying that he's better than Arvidsson. How much he plays? Like, doesn't he play more than Arvidsson? Yeah, he's a perfect mid six player. Like, any team, like any good team, would love to have Warren Fogle as a middle six winger. Like, probably a really, really solid third line winger. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Holden, I agree. Like, how many middle six players do we need? I've lost Joe. We've lost Joe, guys. Someone do a welfare check on Joe. You guys should comment on this and just say welfare check. Just hope you're doing good, bud. He's having a really rough time right now, as we all are. Did Cap Friendly update the Edmundson thing? I don't think it's official. I don't know if they've updated it. I don't see it on there. What Jay for us say about Fogle? Play driving two-way winger with above average skating ability who contributes on the forecheck and creates scoring chances at a strong rate, despite he once get played only fourth line minutes. Yeah, see, like Fogle's good. I like this. What was it, 3 years? Yeah, 3.5. He's gonna score. He could score 20 goals. Fast skater. Oof. Ouch. Marchessault says, I don't think the Golden Knights tried their best to keep me. I love it. I like it. Dude, the Golden Knights give no fucks. They could care less if you've done anything for them in the past. I'm trying to think where could you like Fogle, Byfield, Janot. That's interesting. It's not terrible. I would maybe Janot on the fourth line, but yeah, I kind of like that, to be honest with you. You put Fiala with Danault and Moore because that line looks pretty good. But like, who's going to play with Kempe and Kopitar, right? That's the thing. Is like this team is missing like a legitimate scoring winger. Natchez, there you go. That would be solid. Ehlers, that's another one. Sean Walker went to Keller. Oh yeah, here you go. You're in Sean Walker to Carolina. That makes a lot of sense. Jack Campbell cleared waivers, guys. Anyone see that coming? I'm just trying to prepare. Our the left side of the Kings defense is going to be Mikey Anderson, Vlad Gavrikov, and Joel Edmundson. And Mikey Anderson is LD1 and gets paid less than both of them. That's fun. Jesus, look at today's been wild. $745 million. Who signed Trevor Lewis? Did the Kings sign Trevor Lewis? Don't do that. They did. Where do you see the Trevor Lewis thing, Maxwell? Are you just messing with us? This isn't a time right now, bro. We're all on edge. Oh, Lewis is going to Utah? You guys just saying that? Oh, the mayor posted it? So I wouldn't mind Copley coming back. Trevor Lewis, but why? Why Trevor Lewis? Man, Rob Blake had a real good chance to kind of build some confidence in the fan base and is doing nothing with it. $259 of you in here. You guys are the best. I love you all. If you guys haven't done so, like, subscribe. That'd be cool. I appreciate that. He's Fogle's 28. Fogle with Deneau and Moore is going to be solid. Or even with Byfield. Like, just Fogle in the middle six could be great. Morgan, 258 of us are pissed. Grizzly got 1 year, 2.75. I'm so ready for the summer, man. I don't know. I don't know. Like, on the anniversary, oh, here you go, King Storian comes in on the anniversary of the Andreas England signing. We're cooked, man. We're cooked. I mean, it's so sad because it's been actually a pretty fun free agency day. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Are we entirely sure Brant Clark's going to be in the lineup to start the year? Are we sure at this point? I'm not 100% anymore, to be honest with you. Not now. I'm not 100%. They brought in Kyle Burrows. He's got 2 years on his deal. You sign Edmundson to 4 years now. You still have another year left of England, even though he can be waived and then saved for nothing. So there's that. But, how can we be sure that Kyle Burrows could play on the right side? Isn't Burrows a righty? Roblick will trade Clark. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Anything's on the table. Yep, MSG, totally agree. Alex coming in with the heat. I love it. I don't know why people are tripping. Rob Blake said we're close. I love the comments. I'm so glad I'm doing this because I would have been like, Phoenix Copley and Trevor Lewis returning to LA. Well, that's fun. I'm having fun, guys. Are you having fun? Should I just turn on the France Belgium game? I can just become a soccer account now. Greg, are brain tumors fun? I don't know about that. I don't think they are. 0-0 still? That England game yesterday was wild, huh? July 4th, drinking started early this week. Let's go. You know what's gonna happen. Bryant Clark is gonna start the year with the rain, and the Kings' third defense, the Kings' third defensive pair is gonna be Joel Edmundson and Kyle Burrows. That's gonna generate a lot of confidence in the fan base. I don't want to hear anybody spin this into a positive. I'm sorry, guys. No, there's no way you can. There's no way you can spin this to a positive for the Kings. Look at every analyst, like hockey analyst, that's commenting on the Edmundson deal. Go look at it. Everybody's saying, "What the hell?" So the Kings are losing Victor Arvidsson, Matt Roy, and bringing in like two big fan favorites. I mean, Arvidsson, everybody's liked him because he's pretty good. He was really good. Matt Roy, I was a huge fan of him, and I think he's trying to he was one of the more underrated defensemen in the league. So they lose two really solid pieces, and you bring in two pieces that are, well, I guess Fogle's, I don't want to say he's much worse. He's a lot worse than Arvidsson, but he's not better. But yep, this is it. Look at Dmitry Filipovich, good buddy of mine. Look at this is how everybody across the National Hockey League is looking at the Kings this way. This isn't just Dmitry. This is everybody. This is why I'm what are we? How are we going to be happy right now? How are you going to spin this to a positive? There's no way. There's no way. When every single person saying that this is like this is going to be looked at as the worst contract in free agency easily. If this actually comes down. Give it a good old retweet. So you're saying, yeah, there you go. Here you go, Cy. So you're saying no Arvidsson, Roy, Dubois. Okay, Dubois, whatever. You can add Talbot to that mix too. For Fogle, Kemper, Lewis, and Edmundson. You realize we have Darcy Kemper and Joel Edmundson now tied up at that's $10 million tied up in salary cap for the next 3 years. Almost 10 million. It's like $9 million tied up in salary cap for the next 3 years. We are so back. That's right, Chicken Stew. We are so back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Dalek, is like you created so much cap space. Well, not a lot, but or so much, but like over $3 million in cap space, and you use it to sign Joel Edmundson to a 4-year deal. You don't want an update, John. Someone help out John. Do we want to give John an update? Yeah, no, you don't want an update, bro. Poor Jordan Spence. Like poor like whoever has to play with Edmundson, man. Update, we're boned. Yeah, that's pretty much going on. Yeah, John, your dreams have come true. Wow. 7 years, 6.25 for Chandler Stevenson to Seattle. Man, look at all these Pacific Division teams just getting better. Seattle's getting better. Vancouver's getting better. Edmonton's getting better. Oh, we lost Blake Lizotte too. You got to add him to the mix. I think the one thing I'll say about Lewis, and I was thinking about this yesterday, is like the only positive thing I'll say is solid locker room guy. If it's a league min, great. Which I'm expecting that's what it'll be. For some godforsaken reason, if he plays 82 games, that would be ridiculous. But the one thing I'll say is like it'll be cool to see Trevor Lewis play game 1,000 in a Kings uniform. That's all I'll say. That's the only positive I think I'll say out of this deal of him coming back. That's it. Besides that, like, well, and then the locker room thing, whatever. But doesn't bring anything. Doesn't bring anything to the ice. Y'all realize like just 2 years ago we had Sean Durzi, Jordan Spence, and Brant Clark in the system. I see that, Jake, but I don't. I could, I could stomach paying Sean Durzi that much. To be honest with you, I think he's better. I think his defense can get better. And if you pair him with a guy that can play defense, like him and Matt Roy together, even though Jersey played on the left side, that pairing was statistically the best pairing on the Kings the year they played together. Yeah, Jersey's better now too. And Vegas is losing Stevenson and Marcia, so Vegas is going to make some ridiculous trade, like for Brady Kachuk or something, huh? Watch. They always come out of nowhere with something crazy. Man, we're 2 hours in. We got over 200 people in here watching my anguish. I love it. I'm sure you guys are sharing it. We're all sharing it together. Yeah, I saw that, Greg Randon. It's funny. Yeah, Vegas is going to make something. They're working under the hood on something right now. It's like the trade deadline all over again. Where although they just signed Hurdle, they just signed Hannafin, so maybe they don't have the dough for it, but still. I feel you, Tampa 83. I think that's why we're all in here. This is turn into an LA Kings what should we call it? Gripe session? Therapy? Yeah, funeral. Yeah, support group. Yeah, we're all in here to lift up each other. Yeah, there's no way you could spin this into a great free agency period. Brian Scott Halliburton says, "Hi, I'm Brian, and I'm a Kings fan." Hi, Brian. Everyone say hi, Brian. Oh man, Lieb as well. Hi, I'm Lieb, and I'm a chronic Kings fan. Welcome, Brian. Welcome to Anguish. Anguish on Ice. It's the theme. That's the theme for the 2024-25 NHL season for the Kings. Anguish on Ice. I might make shirts on that. Who's all right? Someone's gonna tweet the meme of that guy's holding the sign that says "Our expectations for you were low, but holy fuck!" Like that. That needs to be. I'm gonna throw it out there. That's hilarious. Matt Roy, 13 mil cap hit? That's not right. Okay. I hope that Edmundson deal is like four years at 3.8 total. Because if it's 4 years, 4 mil each, we're all gonna lose it. David, at this point, what can we get for Artie? I don't know, man. What is his trade value? Yeah, like Nick, I agree. Like what's his trade value? The Kings have already plummeted it. Matt Dumba to Dallas. Ryan Longberg to the Flames. Hathaway to Philly. That makes sense. Dude, props to the Capitals, man. I might just become a Capitals fan. They have all my favorite players. And Dubois is going to put up like 80 points on the Caps next year. Just watch. Just to kind of slap us all across the face. Dubois is going to turn into some stud number one center. Matt Roy and Jacob Chychrun are going to be like one of the best defensive pairings in the league. Just watch. That pairing is going to go crazy. And like Dubois and Ovechkin are just going to tear it up. Dimitri's tweet about Blake is hilarious. Man, and I really, what's crazy is I really liked the Kings draft this weekend. Like the more I watch and read about Liam Greentree, like this kid's the real deal. Like he's like a legitimate power forward that just loves to drive the net, like loves it. So I'm stoked about Greentree. Like Greentree and Byfield together could be pretty fun, but like I don't know, like that's it, I guess. Carter George is an interesting one too. I'm curious to see how that turns out. Goalies are always like you never know about goalies though, but I mean he might be the starting goalie for Team Canada at the Worlds, so that would be fun. Jared Woolley, he seemed like an interesting kid when we talked to him. He's like when we talked to Woolley, he was drafted in the sixth round, I think. When we talked to Woolley, big kid by the way, big kid. He's a very like think like very analytical when he talks. Like you can tell like that mind's working when you ask him a question. He's not just going to give you like those like basic like cliche answers. Like when he talked to Woolley, like I remember there was one question like he was asked like, would you rather block a shot or score a game-winning goal? And then he like thought about it. He's like, well, I mean, it all depends on the situation, right? You could tell there's like a lot of maturity in that head of it. So I'm curious how he turns out. But I really like Greentree. I'm curious how he does at the scrimmages this week at Dev Camp. If you guys weren't here earlier, I'll be there tomorrow and Wednesday for the scrimmages. Fagmo already got re-signed 1 year. And I don't know if you guys heard me. We talked about this I think we mentioned this on the last pod. The Fogamo deal, I believe it's a two-way deal. I could be wrong, but I believe it's a two-way deal. And I think the AHL money is like super high. It's like almost $300,000, like one of the highest across the league. And I feel like the reason they did that is because they wanted to give him a little bit more money in case he has to play with the Reign, because there were talks that he and Fagemo mentioned this in an interview with some Swedish hockey reporter, that if he didn't get a shot in the NHL, he was going to bolt to the Swedish league, to Sweden. So I'm sure that two-way deal with that extra money tied into the minor league side of it, I'm sure that's like more of an incentive to be like, hey, like we might not give you an NHL spot, but we'll bump up your pay in the minor league if you still want to stay with us. And that way we have that depth signing. So I feel like that's why they give him that extra dough. Oh, they confirmed Edmundson? Is it the actual? Who tweeted the? Is it Drager? What do you say? Full deal being finalized. Come on, Edmundson very likely 4 years, 3.8 mil. Oh, so yeah, he doesn't. We don't know. It can't. Can it even be? Is that even league min? If it's total, then it's easier to stomach. Like there's no way it's got to be. There's no way it can be 3.85 per, right? Yeah, that's just above league min. League. Yeah, I saw that. Appreciate. Thanks. There's no way it can be like 4 mil per, right? There's no way. Yeah, if it's total, then that's whatever, right? It's fine. It's not terrible. But if that's per year, then we're screwed. So if it's was it 3, what was the? Oh, Belgium just scored. De Bruyne 385 divided by 4 would be 962,000 per year. Oh, Kings reported it. Oh, I'm gonna commit. We tried, guys. We tried. Oh, I think let's see what I got. Wait, France scored? I thought I just saw Belgium. De Bruyne scored. No, was it offside or something? What was the market competition for Joel Edmundson? What was Boston, Utah, and St. Louis offering him? I don't know what to tell you guys. Oh, France did score. 84th minute. Who was that? Yep, Cap Friendly has it. Bro, like, oh my god. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Cap Friendly has 3.85 per year. Dude. One can hope. Rude Street Collectibles. One could hope. Fogle's a big basketball fan. Interesting. I'll have to ask him about that. Do I want to permanently move with soccer? I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed. Muani, he scored for France. I've been playing the EAFC a little bit, kind of dabbling a little bit. I don't really play a lot of video games, soccer games. It's actually kind of fun. We were playing pro clubs with a couple of my buddies last night. It's a good time. Byfield's short-term extension, is that what they're saying now? Oh, Duclair signed with the Islanders? 4-year deal? How much is that for? I'm curious what that deal is going to be. I like Duclair. Oh my God. Joe's going to absolutely lose it when he sees this. This was the defenseman that Joe wanted. And the fact that he took only two mil at 2 years is good. I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore. Dumba, I don't really care about. I'm not a big fan of Matt Dumba. Oh, here, let's see what Joe said. What? Honestly, Byfield, we need to give Byfield a long-term extension at this point to make this day even a little bearable. But right now, it's just not. There's no coming back from what's going on right now. You can't give $15 million to a defenseman like Edmundson. He's good. Like, I get it. He might be a solid third pair defenseman. But I mean, when you have players like Gavrikov and Anderson in front of him, that's like what they already do. And you give him like close to $4 million per year for 4 years. Oh wow, Nate Thompson coming in with some heat, and I believe Nate still works with the Reign. Tampa Bay Lightning will have this stain on the organization forever. Successful or not next season, it's still a huge mistake. Lost the captain and one that produces. That's all on the surface, not even mentioning his off-ice impact, which is bigger. Smashville is laughing now. Wow. That's a dagger. I mean, I know, but there's no way I would have thought Stamkos would leave just because I didn't think that they would let him. Carter Scores coming in with a super chat, $4.99. Appreciate you, buddy. Hope Rob Blake comes running out with a camera yelling, "It's just a prank, bro." Yeah, are we being punked? We're being punked. Gotta be. Man, Jacob Slavin, 8 years at only 6.4 mil. What a steal, man. This guy's so good. France won. Damn, someone check on was it named Brandon that was in here? In Belgium? Oh, it's Jake. It was Jake. Jake Bryant. That's the BS. I'm sorry, Jake. You're having a rough one. I love doesn't do anything with the puck is just like a hilarious statement for a free agent signing for the Kings. That's just like you couldn't sum up like their thought process behind signing defensemen more than that. The focus, like the focus on just defensive, like quote unquote defensive shutdown guys, to just play solid. I don't know. Who's still left? Who's still out there? DeBrusque's gone. Toffoli's gone. Obviously, Stamkos, Marcia. So, what other kind of big names are out there? Right? Are there any big names still out there? Pittsburgh's trading Riley Smith to the Rangers. Seems like a weird one. Oh, Skinner. There you go. Skinner's still out there. Skinner's gonna go to the Oilers. Watch. Skinner's gonna go to the Oilers, sign super cheap, revitalize or like rejuvenate his career in Edmonton. Pot like 30 goals playing alongside McDavid, and then he's gonna sign some big contract. That's Skinner's plan. That would be my plan if I was Jeff Skinner. I would do the same thing. Portugal is Portugal Slovenia today? Portugal, okay. What time is it? 11? 2 hours into free agency? Man, this free agency went by quick. Here's the free agents that are left. Not a lot of big names. Jeff Skinner, it's the big one. Schmidt, Nate Schmidt, Cam Atkinson, Henrique, Verana, Brody. I don't really see anything interesting here. Wangberg, no. I don't know. Duclair's got re-signed. Natchez is interesting. Yeah, man. There's nothing really here that really gets me going. I wonder what this Riley Smith trade's going to be. 1 year left, $5 million. It's probably going to be like a draft pick or something. I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys. Gostisbehere? Dude, the Kings aren't doing anything else on defense at this point. They've already acquired Burrows and now Edmundson, so unless they trade Gavrikov, I see nothing else happening. Riley Smith is a second rounder and a fifth. There it is. Second rounder and fifth for Riley Smith. That's interesting. Yeah, watch Marner go to Vegas. That would be such a Vegas thing to do. Is trade for Marner right now after losing Stevenson and Marsh or so. Do I think LA is done? I don't know. I don't know if I wouldn't say they're done, but I don't think there's going to be anything huge coming in now. I mean, who's left? I was just looking. We were looking at the list. There's nobody big left, right? Kings have. Let's show this. Kings have just under $16 million in cap space with 16 guys on the roster. I don't think this includes Fogle. Doesn't include Fogle. So there's $3 million taken off, 3.5. So you can say $12 million in cap space. Still got to re-sign Byfield. Still got to re-sign Spence. Lewis's contract isn't in here. I think I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a long-term Quentin Byfield like extension. I wonder if that's what they're trying to do here. Like I've heard 7 years around $8 million per year, which I would be totally fine with. I know it might seem like a gamble, but Byfield's gonna be a stud. We all know that. He's gonna be an absolute stud. So if you can sign Byfield to a long-term extension right now, that deal, it's gonna look kind of rough right now. First, maybe year 1, year 2, maybe even year 3, but 4 to like 7 or 8, yeah, it's gonna look really good. Byfield and Kempe are homies. They're not gonna want to leave each other. So he's cool with Doughty too. They're not leaving. He's not going anywhere. I'm telling you, Fallon, yeah, I know. It sounds like a lot. It sounds like a lot right now, but it's worth it, man. You gotta take a gamble. You give him a bridge deal. Think if Byfield turns out to be the player that we all expect him to be, and I at least expect him to be, I expect him to be at least like an 80-point player in the NHL. If he turns out to be that, and you give him a 3-year bridge, like think what that contract's going to look like when he's like 24, 25 years old. Especially when the cap starts going up more. Like Byfield's contract is going to be insane. Like his second contract after a bridge deal is going to be insane. You have to try to lock him down now. What do we think, guys? Like, what are we doing in this front office? This Edmundson deal is going to be looked at as easily the worst deal of the day. Easily. Damn, Babushkin got 2 years at 3.25 at Dallas. Holy hell! Even that's not. I mean, he's Edmundson level. There you go, Jake. Positives. That's a positive. Dalek with this $5 super chat. Thanks, Dalek Evan. Is there literally any feasible move that can salvage this offseason at this point, in your opinion? Trades included. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of trades they can probably do. I know Natchez is still around. Rugger McGroarty still there. Ehlers. Maybe you trade for Ehlers, give him an extension. Still there. So yeah, they're in need of a legitimate scoring winger. That's all I'll say. If they can trade for a legitimate scoring winger, then I mean maybe we can talk about. Oh, Rugger got traded? You got traded already? Who traded for McGroarty? I didn't see that come down. But if they can trade for like a legitimate scoring winger, then okay, we might be in business. But before that, like, oh, Jake, you're messing with me, Jake. Until then, like, no, this team. I mean, we're looking at one of like Alex Laferriere, Akil Thomas, or Alex Turcotte starting on the first line right now for the Kings. Kevin Fiala doesn't play with Kopitar. Trevor Moore isn't going to play up there. Byfield's going to be in the middle. Warren Fogle, I don't see Fogle starting. Janot starting. Yeah. So, like, we're looking at probably one of those young players playing on the top line. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's like Akil Thomas. I really like Akil Thomas's game. I wouldn't mind seeing him in the first line, but like we're not. Like the Kings, I thought the Kings were trying to win. Yeah, it's the Edmundson deal is easily the worst deal of the day by far. Not even close. 100%. Not even close. Wow, Duclair's 4-year deal is only 3.5 mil. Oh, Tyler, yeah, we're not having a good time in here, Tyler. Welcome to the therapy session. Welcome to the LA Kings therapy. Where have you been? We're having a great time. Jacob Chychrun and Matt Roy are in Washington. Was hoping that they'd be together in LA. Pavel said he's sick to his stomach. Yeah, I think we're all feeling about that same way, Pavel. Honestly, Blake Kings, I would have rather the Kings not make any signings than the signings that they've made today, to be honest with you. The Fogle one's the only one I like. Everything else is just The Edmundson one is just a stain in the salary cap right now. I would have liked Edmundson on a 1-year deal. I would possibly could have even stomached the AAV, but you give him 4 years of that deal, that's just like you don't know how to build a defensive core. Sorry, you don't. You are stuck in 2012. Yep, Tompa sets it right. Edmundson deal offsets any goodwill earned by ditching PLD. Yep. Yeah, Shane Pinto is interesting. I like Pinto. I wonder what his value is. Isn't he? He's the one that was caught the gambling thing, right? I'm pretty sure that was him. It wasn't like that egregious, right? Yeah, thanks, Craig. It wasn't that egregious, but I think it like his friend like used an account or something like that. Yeah, it's Pinto's like there's no like off ice issue with him. Man, it's crazy like to see like the different strategies of some of these GMs. Like some GMs just like overvalued totally mid defenders. Like Dumba, I've never been a fan of. Like Buchkin's a fringe NHL AHLer, and Brendan Smith is not that good. Yeah, I don't know, Holden. I don't know what they're doing. Brian. Brian says Kings are old and slow, and somehow managed to get older and slower. Yep, pretty true. This is weird, and yet somehow makes so much sense. Yeah, Pablo. Like we were talking about that. Like we're gonna see one of those young kids like Thomas, Turcotte, Laferriere on the top line. And honestly, at this point, like I don't know if the Kings make the playoffs next year. I don't. I mean, you look at all the young players that are going to be in the lineup. So you had those 3 forwards that I mentioned: Thomas, Turcotte, Laferriere, still kind of developing in the NHL a little bit. We're kind of getting used to it. And then you're going to have 2 young defenders in Spence and Clark in the lineup. Like Clark's not. It's going to take Clark like maybe a year or 2 before he's fully like reached his potential. He's not just going to step in and just be legitimately the best defender on the Kings. He's going to take a little while. So it's like, what's the expectations for a roster like that? Can't be high, right? What do I think Drew is thinking right now? I have no idea. Ah, man. I don't know if he's looking at I can't imagine he's very, very happy with what's going on. Get more playoffs? Playoffs? Not only is Edmundson horrible, but he's injury prone too. Yep. I don't know how you could justify paying a guy. What was Edmundson's last deal? 3.5 mil? He got a raise. Huh. Edmundson has never played 70 games in a season. Joel Edmundson. This is Joel Edmundson. Never played 70 games in a season. Hasn't played more than 61 games in the last 3 years. And we just gave him 4-year deal. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you guys. Look at these playoff numbers. You guys see me? My thing just crashed. My screen just crashed. I don't know if you guys can see me still. Can't see you guys. Oh, there we go. That was weird. My screen just went black. Let's see if I can fix this. Won't let me share my screen anymore. What the hell? Hold on. Bear with me. Sorry, y'all. Man, it's crazy. All these deals came in like right at 9 a.m., huh? Austin says, how likely is it that Rob Blake is GM next year after the PLD dump and these questionable moves? I don't know, man. I thought this year, like after the questionable move for Dubois, would have been like how surprised would you guys be if he it was announced he got an extension at this point? Like, we can keep pressuring him all we want. I can keep asking. We can keep asking the tough questions. Nothing's changed. They're still going after the same players. Even worse contracts. Playing the same style of hockey. But we got new jerseys. A new logo. Yeah, does LA have they only have one right-handed forward? Akil's right-handed though, isn't he? I always like forget lefties and righties. That's one thing that I can never remember who's a lefty and who's a righty. I don't know. Maybe I don't pay attention to it too much, but I think now the last few years has probably been a little bit more of an issue because of how many lefties there are on the team. How do I get back to this? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how I can. Yeah, Lieb, I agree. We got sold. We got old jerseys. Or we got sold jerseys. Yeah, Thomas and Laff are righties. So is Fogemo. Thanks to Arvidsson. Hold on. It's not letting me share the screen anymore. It's weird. Sorry, y'all. Anything else coming in, right? There's been no other signings. I don't know why. I'm trying to share the screen. It won't let me. I'm sorry, y'all. Kings are embarrassed to announce the signings. Yeah, they're trying to. Dude, I'm telling you, the post of that Edmundson contract is going to get ripped to shreds. Absolutely ripped to shreds. And I don't blame him. I don't blame any fans. Is next year's draft class or free agent class that good? Isn't Draisaitl a free agent, right? He's the big one. This is hilarious, man. You had Rob Blake had the chance to do reinvigorate, re-energize build confidence, like anything you could say in the fan base and this team, and like raise expectations again, and we've just completely plummeted. There's no way this like Edmundson deal could be spun into a positive. There's no way. Absolutely no way. Oh, Ranson's a free agent next year too. I think Hedman's going to get an extension. It sounds like Besser probably gets an extension too. Crosby's not going anywhere unless he plays with McKinnon. Drysaddle's the interesting one. I wouldn't be surprised if Draisaitl goes to like San Jose or something. I think Dry's gonna. He seems like a kind of guy who's gonna want to like prove himself on his own away from McDavid. I get that those kind of vibes from him. Where does Tanner Jeannot slot in? I'd say right now. What do you guys think? Right now, probably top line. Oh, I don't know. Top line Kempe, Kopitar. It's going to be like Akil Thomas or Alex Laferriere on the top line. The second line is going to be Fiala. Okay, second or third line, whatever. Fiala, Byfield, Fogle. Yeah, I was trying to share my screen. It's not working. Sorry. So I was trying to figure it out. So top line, what do you think? Uh, you think Jeannot plays with Kopitar? Jack Campbell, Detroit for 1 year, minimum deal. I wouldn't be surprised to see like Jeannot. They're going to play anywhere. Fogle could even play the top line, but I think it's going to be like Thomas, Turcotte, or Laferriere on the top line. The second line, or whatever you want to say, is going to be Fiala, Byfield. What I would like to see Fiala, Byfield, Fogle, maybe even Jeannot there would be interesting because you can just go to the net and just hope for a pass from. So maybe Fiala, Byfield, Jeannot. More to know Fogle is interesting. I don't mind that, actually. I actually really like that. And then the fourth line is going to be, it's going to be like, watch, Trevor Lewis, Alex Turcotte, and Laferriere or Thomas. Am I missing somebody? I feel like I'm missing somebody. No, that's it. That's funny. Boudreaux's just ripping the Ducks on TSN for not doing anything. I mean, what do they expect? The Ducks aren't going to be good this year. They're still going to be young. got to temper expectations there. The tweets I'm seeing from Kings fans are hilarious, by the way. Kings fans are the best. Gone through so much anguish these last couple of years. I think it's just made us all numb. I'm glad that Copley's coming back, though. That's cool. He's a cool dude. You had Copley Portillo back in the AHL. The Red Wings have Cam Talbot and Jack Campbell and no Kings, hashtag no Kings, no. Klay Thompson's going to the Mavericks. And for all my basketball fans, 3-year, $50 million deal. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, we need Thomas Turcotte or LaFerriere to. I'm high on Thomas. I think Akil Thomas is going to have a really solid season. He looked really good the last few games with LA. So I'm higher on him than most. Yeah, Klay Thompson and Luka Doncic. That's interesting. They just sit in the corner and wait for a pass. What grade? Andy wants to know what grades. What grades would you give the signings? What grades do you guys give the signings? Let's do Fogle. What grade would you give the Fogle signing? I would give that signing like a B plus. Yeah, I'm with Tombo. I think the B is giving the Fogle signing. I'm there too. That would like B plus for Fogle. I like the year, the AAV, and I like the term. Robert's a little critical. He says C. I like it. Chris says C as well. Craig's just an F for I don't even know. I think we all know what the grade is for the Edmundson signing. You could just search Twitter and just see if everybody talk about it. Is there a grade below F? I don't know. Lewis is whatever. He's probably gonna be league minimum. It's all good, Greg. Wow, that's C minus for Edmundson deal. That's a. I don't know if they keep Kaliev. Nick, I think this is kind of wishful thinking. Like you look at every time we've talked to Blake, he hasn't mentioned Kaliev once, and it's the only time he gets brought up is when we ask him about it. And then even then, it's just kind of like, oh, well, he just didn't do anything for us. So it's like the writing is on the wall with Kaliev. Like we talked to Blake, and he mentions Clark, he mentions LaFerriere, Thomas, Turcotte as players that are come in. He's yet to mention Arthur Kaliev's name once. So Kaliev's good as gone. I'd be very surprised if he stayed. Nick Robertson's interesting. I don't know if he wants to come to LA though. I don't know if he's going to get playing time. Like if you're a young forward, where's the playing time in LA right now? Capitals are over the cap. What's a big deal that could Sandin get moved? The only good that can come out of this if they trade Gavrikov for like a legit left defender. Like that's the only good thing that could happen here. You trade Gavrikov for like a legitimate LD, like maybe, but like right now, this defensive core, man, like who could the Kings trade for right now that would make you ecstatic? Natchez, interesting. I'm not as high on Natchez as maybe some are. It's still a really good, solid player that could definitely fit with the Kings. Ehlers, I love. He's only on a 1-year deal, so I don't know if that would be something that Blake or anybody would be a fan of. But those are two really good pieces. Rugger McGroarty, you get a solid young winger to pair with Byfield coming up. I don't think Mikey's not getting traded. I know Gavrikov has a no movement clause. Yeah, that's the thing. It's tough to move that. I mean, I'm sure there'd be suitors. He's only got 1 year left, but even then, yeah, that no movement clause would be tough. Thanks. So the Kings open in Buffalo October 10th, and then don't start at home until October 24th. Wow. So it's 2 weeks on the road to start the year. I think we got all the flurries of signings out of the way today. Oh, New Jersey's working on McGroarty? That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, the Capitals are a weird team. They improved a lot this weekend. No, I would not trade Clark for McGroarty. Clark and Byfield are off limits. Not trading either one. Everybody else is available. Yeah, I'd rather have Ehlers than Natchez too. Yeah, it is kind of weird, no, huh? They haven't the Kings haven't posted anything. There's got to be something going on. I hope. Oh man, I hope. I hope. We can only hope. Doesn't seem like it though. SP, I agree. I would love to see Draisaitl in LA. As much crap as we talk about him. What time is it? What time's the Portugal game starts at 12? 12. I'll stay on here for I'm gonna stay on here for about 20 more minutes or so until the Portugal. I'm gonna go watch that game. Feels like we got most of the moves out of the way this morning anyway. That's right, Dave. I appreciate you, Davo. 3 hours of pain. Still going. Still chugging along here. I appreciate all you for hopping in here with me. Having fun. If you could say that. Yeah, that's what I thought too. They're also opening in Quebec, so yeah. Yeah, the last two games in Buffalo, what it's been like 6-0 2 years ago, or was it last year? Wasn't like 8-2 last year or something crazy? Yeah, Joel Edmundson. It's weird because the Kings they haven't announced any deals yet, have they? They haven't even announced Fogle, but Cap Friendly has Edmundson already on there. If you go to the Kings page, they have Edmundson's deal in there already. Oh, I gotta do ad read. Sorry, I forgot to do that. Brandon's gonna get upset with me. Where's it at? He emailed it to me. There it is. All right, guys. Quick ad read, real quick. The chase for the Stanley Cup is over, and the action at DraftKings is still going on. An official sports betting partner of the NHL is just as hot as it is on the ice with same game parlays, live betting, odd boost, and so much more. Don't miss out on the Stanley Cup action that's already over. What's going on? Baseball action? Maybe some Major League Baseball action? As we're coming close to the All-Star game. Home run derby should be fun. Let's see. And if you're new to DraftKings, you gotta check this out. New customers bet $5 to get 150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook now and use code THPN. That's code THPN for new customers to get 150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Come on, Lieb. I'm no Randon. I'm not the ad read guy. I'm not the host. I'm trying my best here, but I really appreciate the super chat. Leaves the homie. Leaves one of the best on King's Twitter. Follow him if you're not. See, Jimmy's a little more fair. 5 out of 10. Noah's 0 out of 10, still better than Rob Blake. All right. Standards are low. Yeah, Shank Master, tough crowd. What's going on here? Trying my best. What do you guys think about all the soccer? There's a USA place today, right? It's a huge game. Summer soccer. I love all the international soccer games. I love that stuff. It's always cool when it's like during the day too. Our us degenerate sports fans love to get in on that. Penguins signed Anthony Beauvillier. Anthony Beauvillier, 1-year deal. Yeah, international soccer is fucking sick. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Miguel, dude? First of all, losing to Panama is atrocious. Way of getting a red card in like the first 15 minutes is like, what are you doing? And now they have to either beat Uruguay or hope that Jamaica? No, it's not Jamaica. They have to hope who's the other team that has to beat Panama? We have to hope somebody beats Panama. Bolivia. We have to hope Bolivia beats Panama or beat Uruguay. It's tough. Uruguay already clinched though, so they might be resting some guys. It's gonna be interesting. I can't believe Mexico's out. They're kind of in transition though. They're a young team. It's kind of tough though. Unfortunate for them. All right, guys, I'm gonna stay on here for 15 more minutes. It looks like all the trades are signings are kind of slowing down a little bit. I know. Yeah, I know. I don't know how they came back to the same guy. Man, this place, like, I can't remember a free agency signing where all these free agent deals came in so fast, so early, right? Look at Joe's tweet. Yeah, this lineup is ridiculous. I'm looking at Joe's tweet right now. He has Laferriere, Kopitar, Kempe, Moore, Dano, Fiala, Fogle, Byfield, Janot, Turcotte, Thomas, Lewis, Anderson, Doughty, Gavrikov, Spence, Edmundson, Clark, Burrows as an extra defender, and Kemper, Rittich. I don't know, man. I mean, there was some cap space there. There's cap space there, but yeah, it's not a lot. This team is still missing like a legitimate top line winger. See ya, Jimmy. Have a good one, buddy. Appreciate you hanging out in here. I'm glad I did this, though. It's kind of a last-second thing. Hang out with you guys. Go through this pain together. Yeah, this is a big question mark, right? I mean, if this is who they're leaning on that they've mentioned so many times, Lafreniere, Turcotte, Thomas, and QB. QB will take. I mean, QB's already shown that he can take a step, so I'm not afraid of or not worried about him, but one of Lafreniere, Turcotte, or Thomas are going to have to step up if this team really wants to do something. Because right now, like they're not a contender. They're not a legitimate contender at all, which is so terrible. So many steps back. Skinner's still out there. Jeff Skinner is still there. Yep. So this is interesting. I'm sure he's making calls. I'm sure there's a lot of teams that are going to be interested in Skinner. So I'm sure he's still kind of weighing his options. I don't know, Andy. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if this is who he was targeting all along. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's who they wanted the whole time. Yeah, even like I agree with that. Dire fan. Like adding Jeff Skinner still, it doesn't make them a contender. That's why that's why I'd be surprised if Skinner signed here, because I'm sure he's going to get like a 1-year deal, prove it deal somewhere after just getting bought out. He's going to get paid. So just go sign a 1-year prove it deal, show that you can still produce, and then sign another big contract after that. Because that's why I thought like Edmundson made so much sense, because you could just sign a 1-year deal there, sit on the power play, score a bunch of goals with McDavid and Draisaitl, and then cash in a year later. Man, if they wanted Edmundson for a while, that's just even worse. Oh, Matt Roy's gone. Say it ain't so. I'm curious. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how Matt Roy is somewhere else. He needs to go somewhere that, like, not to say that they won't appreciate, like he wasn't appreciated here, but he needs to go somewhere on the East Coast where it's like he's going to get a little bit more fanfare, right? He's going to, like, the East Coast is just more eyes watching him. So he'll get a lot more praise from people on the East Coast now that be able to see him on a regular basis, because he's that good. He's that good. One of the more underrated defenders in the league. So I'm happy with Roy, and I'm happy he got paid too. He's a good dude. Really good dude. Oh man, I'm waiting to see when Kings are gonna. I can't wait to see your guys' comments on. I know you guys are gonna leave some good comments on the post for the Kings signing of Edmundson. Cy, here you go. Cy sums up the free agent day for the Kings. We'll talk about this, and I'm going to hop off for the day. We lost Roy. We lost Lizotte. Lost Arvidsson. And you could say Talbot too, even though it's not too big of a loss. And the Kings brought back Trevor Lewis, Phoenix Copley, and signed Warren Fogle and Joel Edmundson. There it is. Like the Edmundson thing is like it's not It wouldn't even be that big of a deal if it was just 1 year at like $4 million. Even that 1 year, $4 million, whatever. It's not great. It's not 1 year, but like 4 years, man. And if there's a no trade clause tied to that, oh my god, like you've lost the plot. You have no idea how to build a defensive lineup in this day and age in the NHL. None. And they're just hammering away the same style, the same type of defenders. Yeah, 4 years for an injury-prone Edmundson who hasn't played over at least 70 games his entire career is insane. Insane stuff. That's going to be probably my first question to Blake is if there's any concern about giving a player like Edmundson, who hasn't played more than 70 games in his career, that long of a contract. Yeah, Brendan Dillon signed 3 years, $4 million. I mean, it's always nice to think about. Like, we have to know like whether or not he wanted to actually come here, but even then, like when you see something like that and you see the comparisons, especially in the statistics, like there's no comparing like a Joel Edmundson to a Brendan Dillon. Even that, like, and even Dillon's not even that good of a good defender. He's like a third defender in himself. I don't know, guys. Try it. Like we can't spin. I can't spin this into a positive. I was a big fan of the Dubois trade. You guys know that. I tried to spin into a positive. I had to eat crow on that one. Still am eating crow on that one. But I can't back it. I can't back the Edmundson deal at all. I love Fogle. I love that contract. 3 years at $3 million per. That's great. Like solid. He's a solid third line player in the NHL. But you just can't give 4 years to Joel Edmundson at that contract. You can't. That's inexcusable. I don't know, man. All right, guys. Been here at it for over almost 3.5 hours. I've had fun though. Had fun hanging out with you guys. I appreciate you guys all hanging out here. Hey, like and subscribe if you haven't already to our channel. I'm sure we'll be breaking down any other trades or moves that come into play here. I believe Wednesday we're going to go live. I'll be at Dev Camp tomorrow. I'm excited to see Green Tree. I'm excited to see all the prospects there. Scrimmages tomorrow at 3, so that should be fun. There's another one on Wednesday, so if you guys head to Dev Camp, look out for me. Say what's up. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off here. Go check out. Go watch some soccer. Ronaldo. Appreciate you guys, like always. Have a good one.